Welcome back to the breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at the spy pen I was just sent as a review unit. This was a review unit sent to me. I did not buy it, but the company who sent this to me has no say about the review. They don't get to see it before you do. They're watching this for the first time just like you are. Now, if you want to find current pricing, I will put a link to it on Amazon. Pricing changes so rapidly, I hate to put this listed as a price here. And then by the time I post this video, it's probably expired old information. I will say though, compared to similar devices on Amazon from my quick research, this seems to be a very competitively priced device on the market for a hidden camera and a hidden microphone all in one. It does come with a micro USB cable for the micro USB charging and data, and a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So you count that in, plus some pen refills to keep the ink in this going. It is an actual working pen also. So we'll talk about this more here in a moment, but if you want to find it on Amazon, check out the first pinned comment, and you can check it out in the show description. If you want to help us though, do us a big favor, help us grow this channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. So hopefully they share our content with more people and hopefully help us grow the channel. Hopefully we can help you discover this product's right for you, and check out our back catalog of a huge number of different reviews and products and tech videos all across a wide range of different topics. Check that out. You can also find me on Twitter at LukeBK, link in the show notes. With that said, let's take a look at this pen. So it's a pretty standard pen. Come on, focus. I do apologize. It's a black pen and my camera sometimes doesn't like to focus very well on black, plain black featureless objects like this. So keep that in mind. But the pen is pretty normal sized. So here is a pen I have, a fairly decent sized pen, but you can kind of see that the size of them are fairly similar. Oop, let's not drop it. Fairly similarly sized pen. This is a pretty large pen here. Let's look at a slightly smaller pen that I have. Come on, there we go. Here's another small pen that I got at a trade show. And you can see, well, this may be a little bit bigger. This other pen I picked up at a trade show is not that much different. Come on, focus. So keep that in mind. While this is definitely a large pen, it's not to the point where you're like, oh my, what's that? Something's weird about that pen, it's so large. It's really not. You can definitely pass this off as a normal pen. Now this clicker at the top does not control the ink head here. You have to twist down here to raise and lower the head of it. Now there's not a ton of ink. There's only just a little bit of ink in here, but it does come with several refills. Come on, focus. Several refills there on it. Now you can unscrew this here. Sorry about the camera. And you do get access in here to your micro USB to charge this. Gets about 3 hours of battery power. It does come with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card here. And you can also use the included micro USB cable here to access the files in here and more, or you can take the SD card out, put it into an SD card reader, and plug it into your computer that way to get access to all the recordings. Now, one other thing I do want to point out is right here on the little clip is the camera. Now, it does have this little cover here, so you can cover the camera or show the camera to help keep it hidden, help keep the camera from being damaged and more. So keep that in mind. So 3 hours of audio and video, and it does, or power to record 3 hours of audio and video. Though I will say the video quality is surprisingly good for the size. It's definitely not what you're going to be seeing on a video like this, or through your phone, or through your Pixel, or your tablet, or whatever it may be you're using with you, for an iPhone, for example. So let's take a look at the quality of the video real quick here. So let me jump over, show you a little video I recorded earlier today. Alright, so this is an example of the video quality and audio quality of the pen. One thing to remember is there is no stabilization. I'm moving this pretty slowly, and you can see it's very jerky. So rapidly moving this pen around will cause video quality to dramatically drop. You know, it's a tiny camera and a tiny pen. There's just not a lot of room for things like stabilization. I think most people have become accustomed to when it comes to their phones and their tablets and that kind of stuff, have a built-in customization. This just doesn't have it, to be honest with you. So it's important to remember that you are sacrificing a little bit of video quality and audio quality here in exchange to fit it into a small pen. So keep that all in mind here. Overall though, considering how small it is, it's a very good quality here. All right, so there you go. There is a good example of the quality of video. Now the stabilization, I think, is going to be the big thing for many people. If you're walking around with this on your pocket and you're moving, you're not going to get the greatest video. But if it's stationary and just sitting there, you're going to get pretty decent video. Stabilization, I think, is something that many people have just taken for granted. You don't need to hold your camera or your phone that steady to get good steady video. Many phones now have the ability to kind of smooth out those natural motions that people have. And with this pen not having that, because it's so small, it's no room to put that in here, you will sacrifice a little bit of that. Overall, I do think that about 3 hours of video is about right for recording here. Definitely not something where you're going to plug it in, go to work, and come back. This is definitely a little bit about, I'm going to record a specific event. Now, a couple things. Know the laws of where you live. You can end up in a lot of legal trouble for recording people without their permission, depending on the state laws wherever you are. Some states have more relaxed rules about hidden cameras. Some states have extremely tight rules about hidden cameras. You can end up in jail for not following the laws. With that said, though, there is legitimate uses for this, nanny cams, other things out there. There are rules about, as where I live, in one of the states I used to live, I should say, it does have a rule where as long as one party knows they're being recorded, it's okay. But I'm not a lawyer. You go research this for yourself. You find out what the rules are. Don't get yourself in legal trouble by recording people without their permission. So keep that in mind. So that's my warning. Overall, though, for what it is, it's a very good product, does the job, and does it very well. If you want to find this on Amazon, check out the link down below. I'll put a link to it on Amazon in the first pinned comment and in the show description. And help us grow this channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. We do post a ton of videos right here on this channel, reviewing a ton of products, giving you how-to tips, quick tips of the day, breaking down some of the biggest tech news stories out there, letting you know everything you need to know. So help us grow. We would really appreciate your support. And check out our other YouTube channels. I'll put some links to them down below. And check me out on Twitter. You can find me over at LukeBK on Twitter. Link in the description of this show. So with that said, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. We'll be back with another video real soon. Alright, so this is an example of the video quality and audio quality of the pen. One thing to remember is there is no stabilization. I'm moving this pretty slowly. And you can see it's very jerky. So rapidly moving this pen around will cause video quality to dramatically drop. It's a tiny camera and a tiny pen. There's just not a lot of room for things like stabilization. I think most people have become accustomed to when it comes to their phones and their tablets and that kind of stuff, having built-in customization. This just doesn't have it, to be honest with you. So it's important to remember that you are sacrificing a little bit of video quality and audio quality here in exchange to fit it into a small pen. So keep that all in mind here. Overall, though, considering how small it is, it's a very good quality here.